Hi everyone, today I would like to present our IP solution advantage on Intel Agilex FPGA device. Our IP developed based on the following philosophies. First, no CPU load, no external memory required. Second, simple interface. Our user interface is easy to use and easy to adapt to any other interface. Third, high performance and low FPGA resource usage. And fourth, we have proven demo available on real board for customers to shorten their evaluation time and development time. We have been developed IP core for Intel FPGA for more than 15 years. We focus on three categories: data storage, networking, and application-specific IP. To show the advantage of Intel Agilex FPGA device, we would like to present two IP. First, NVMe-IP. It is standalone NVMe host controller IP that provides direct access to NVMe SSD without need CPU, OS, or device drivers. The IP utilizes 256 memory blocks inside FPGAs for command queue and data buffers without need external DDR memory interface. It requires very low FPGA resource, less than 4,200 ALMs on Agilex FPGA device. The performance is very high, up to 6 GB per second with PCIe Gen 4 SSD, or even more, depending on the SSD device performance. Let's see the comparison between Agilex, Stratix 10, and Arria 10 in more detail. Agilex device built on Intel's 10nm superfin process technologies, compared with 14nm on Stratix 10 and 20nm on Arria 10, which means Agilex device can run faster, consume less energy, and dissipate less heat at the same performance level. For built-in PCIe hard IP, previously PCIe Gen 4 is only available on high-end Stratix 10 DX device, but now any Agilex device family can support PCIe Gen 4 with P-type and F-type, and for high-end Agilex device with R-type, it can support up to PCIe Gen 5. PCIe Gen 4 on Agilex can support advanced features like bifurcation, which means it can support 4-lane by 4 to interface directly with 4 NVMe SSD from Agilex FPGA device. For built-in Ethernet hard IP, Agilex can support 100G like Stratix 10, but also can support up to 400G for high-end device. For the application that require very high memory bandwidth, Agilex also feature with HBM2 memory. And because of 10nm superfin process technologies, the transceiver on Agilex can achieve 116 gigabit per second, which is double performance compared to Stratix 10. So you can see that Agilex can offer many key advantage features compared to previous generation FPGA device. For NVMe application, the advantage features like PCIe Gen 4 and bifurcation support on Agilex PCIe hard IP, it is possible to implement 4-channel NVMe RAID 0 with 4 NVMe-IP instance, connect directly with one PCIe hard IP, and split into 4 lanes to interface with 4 NVMe PCIe Gen 4 SSD without need external PCIe switch chip. We already developed 4-channel NVMe RAID 0 demo to leverage these advanced features on Agilex device and to demonstrate the real board performance of currently available PCIe Gen 4 NVMe SSD. Our demo is available on Intel's Agilex F-Series development kit with our AB18 adapters and Quad M.2 adapters and 4 NVMe SSD. Here you can see the performance comparison from our NVMe-IP and reference design. Range from 1-channel PCIe Gen 3 up to 4-channel RAID 0 with PCIe Gen 4 SSD. The real board performance results range from 2 GB per second up to 20 GB per second, depending on the reference design and NVMe SSD performance. You can see that our NVMe-IP solution can achieve the fastest possible PCIe Gen 4 performance with currently available NVMe SSD and Intel Agilex FPGA device. The second IP that we would like to present is TOE100G-IP. This is full TCP/IP offload engine with no CPU, OS, or device driver required. The IP can directly interface with Intel 100G Ethernet hard IP. Here you can see the key features of Ethernet hard IP on E-type and F-type on Agilex device, which can support 100 Gigabit Ethernet up to 400 Gigabit and down to 75 and 10 Gigabit Ethernet. The Ethernet hard IP also supports IEEE 1588 Precision Time Protocol and many other popular protocols. This block diagram shows the overview of TOE100G interface and uses. It can interface with 100G Ethernet IP through Avalon ST512-bit interface and FIFO line interface 512-bit with user logic. The IP is easy to implement very high performance point-to-point TCP/IP transmission that's possible to achieve close to 12 GB per second transfer speed over 100 Gigabit Ethernet cable. We have a free demo available on our website that you can try on Intel Agilex F-Series development kit. With our TOE100G-IP and NVMe-IP, together with Ethernet hard IP and PCIe Gen 4 hard IP on the latest Intel Agilex FPGA device, it is possible to develop very high performance network storage application that can utilize the full bandwidth of 100 Gigabit Ethernet. For two IP that we present to you today, if you are interested in our IP solution, please feel free to contact us through our website or email address below. Thank you very much.